Live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. This is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, aspirational, international, keenly awaited, daily created, highly anticipated edition of the Afternoon Swing Trading Floor with your humble host, Jerremy Newsome, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. Dr. Joseph Moore. What's going on, brother? Ariel Reyes, Joseph Legendary Musso in the building. Cindy, hello, hello. Robin Steckel. Oscar, you got to change your last name to Megatron, dude. Oh, man. Oscar, you're funny. Albert, what's going on? Vaughn says, what's up? Ira's excited about life. Man, what a beautiful day. Type in a 2 if today was Wednesday for you out there. The light's on, so you know what that means. My boy Cal tearing it up, dude. You've been on fire. Man, Cal just smoking it. Josh, Josiah, John Thaxton. All right, here we go. Broader markets again. This red line's like it's more or less a worst case scenario, I think. You know, we did close higher today. This was nice though. It was good to have a resting day. Obviously, you guys know I'm perfectly fine if it goes higher. That is okay. But if it goes lower, not a big deal. I think it's just going to chill out and trade sideways anyway. I'm relaxing. I'm hanging out, just trying to be cool, letting it do its thing, and letting magic occur. Qs, same thing. So, you know, white candle, gapping up, hitting that all-time high. So it's retesting today. This is a retest gap, a big one. Really big one. So if we continue to do a little bit of this, like I'm perfectly okay with that on the Qs, but you know, time will tell. Dow Jones ETF, you know, looks a little bit more bullish than bearish, and the IWM. IWM looks powerful. It looks like it could easily keep going. Hey, here's my plan. Like I told you yesterday, we're going to make some gains. We're going to keep them as long as we can. We're going to protect them, even if it requires not taking tons and tons and tons of trades for parts of February and March. Just protect your profits. Day trade, wait it out for a little bit, do whatever we need to do. But right now we're just enjoying it. I don't know if there's gonna be a random black swan that'll come in or not. I don't anticipate that, but should be good to go. I think we're just gonna let it roll out. Jay says, does the gap at 276 ever fill? 276. On the Qs. I think you mean this one. Yeah. 276. It probably does. Yeah, man. Most likely. It can. I think it will. So I don't know exactly when, but I mean, I'm totally fine if we get something like, you know, a bigger drop, even if that happens this year. Like this could happen this year when we get a little bit of a bigger drop. But yeah, I think at some point it will. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but if that exact thing happened in the market, guys, you know how much that would surprise me? If this exact pattern happens? Zero. That's how much it would surprise me. Zero. That makes so much sense. It makes too much sense, actually. So, I don't know. Maybe Mr. Squiggles is right on that. I mean, he drew it. Let's see, what was this? 3. All right. I mean, hey, since it was free-handed, Squiggles has done some weirder things in this time. Okay. All right. But yeah, great question, Ira. Great question. Otherwise, I think we're just going to kind of hang out and keep doing its thing. Cool. Questions, concerns, thoughts, or opposing views on the market? Jay says, does Bitcoin follow the market down? Probably not. It might. I mean, obviously it did during COVID. I don't know exactly how much correlation is going to happen, but in that approach, but in general, I don't think so. But yeah, in the big moves, like Robert's saying, like when everything starts selling, then it will. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's open up the watch list. This is a watch list of stocks that you guys requested throughout today and yesterday and recent days. Let me go ahead and make sure that our swing trades are on here. So what we're going to do first is start off with our swing trades, and then we'll go through the rest. First on the list is WW, and we're still in this dog. We're still in it. So WW, haven't gotten stopped out yet. It is the bane of my existence. I mean, by bane, I mean, we're down, 0.6 Rs. And I drew in there that this would probably happen. So yeah, granted, I should have sold it last week on the 29th. I should have sold a lot of things last week before February got here. But I mean, whatever. We'll see. If it gets stopped out, awesome. So far, we're still in it by a few pennies. And if it bounces, great. If it doesn't bounce, I'm actually okay with that. Not an issue. Zoom info. All right, team. Man, that is a thing of beauty. Type in a 2 if you added to your position above this candle. Don't know if you did. Some people might have. Some people might have added to your position. Some people might have added to their position. I did. I added a few times on this one. So I'm in. And what we're going to have to do at this point is give this the old Newsome nudge. Mike says, I actually exited today to lock in profits. Sam says, when you do an ad like that, how much do you normally add? Another R. One risk unit. So if you take my 2 hours, 2 hours increase your net worth swing trading class, when I talk about hammers, I do a lot of hammer stacking. So this was an R. This was a second R. This was a third R since it was an inside candle. That was a breakout. This is another R. So I'm in 4 Rs on Zoom info of risk. Now, what we're going to probably do is have to increase the target a little bit and make it 59.12 at this point. So new target on Zoom info, 59.12. John says, I sold 2/3. Yep, totally fine. You guys are absolutely welcome to do your own thing. Updated target on Zoom info. Pop in here. Updated target. And let me go put that in my Thinkorswim still open. It is. Okay. Charts, ZI. All right. Let me pop back over here. What price is that? 59.12. 59.12. Okay. That should work. Move that up here. All right, great. And probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll increase the stop loss probably to 46.38. Just let it potentially retest. I don't necessarily think this will happen, but we'll see. And it's a really, really nice pattern in general. It is at a resistance, so it could retest. I'll do my best not to stress out or cry if and when it does, although I may cry a little bit. We'll just see. It's a good breakout. It has all the patterns that I like, and we'll see if it goes higher. If it works, great trade. That is Zoom info. Next on the list, guys, I am a sad panda for missing this trade. Super sad panda. Do you guys notice how much we missed this trade by? Was anyone doing the math? Oops. Very small percent. But we did. At least I missed it. Now some people got triggered in, but very close. Low is 286.50, so we missed it by $1.50 on a $200 stock. Yeah, I'll leave it open for now in case it pulls back. I'll leave it open, but there are some people, type in a 1 if you're already in it. Some people actually did get in a little bit early, which is obviously, again, perfectly fine. There's Dave throwing in his R or his 1. Momo did go long on the first before it gapped. So if you're a Momo fan and you played Momo on Snowflake, you got in before we did. And you made even more money. You're up even more R's. You're doing really well, in fact. Sean says, what's the target on Snow? There's a purple line on the screen. Target 353.96. Let me know if you're able to see that, my good man. That'll be it. Yep. Sweet sauce. Now, again, if it doesn't hit there, if you're in it, awesome, but it has some room to go. I mean, if it really breaks out of this resistance, it could go. So I'm going to leave that for just a little bit to see if we can get triggered in. Okay. Now, AMD. So AMD, we did day trade this one today in the day trading room for some very small gains. But hey, I'll stack that wood and build that house. That's pretty much what we're doing on AMD, is a stacking wood. So I'm not going to really even talk about the day trade necessarily. It was just one of those random, super small event things. We are in one swing trade already, and we're trying to get filled at another half an hour at 85.92. So some of you, this is your first swing trade ever, and congratulations. You've been into a trade a whole day after yesterday. So today's an inside candle, a bit of a resting candle, which makes sense. It still looks bullish to me on AMD. I do have an $80 put sale for February, which expires in 3 weeks. There's definitely some premium off of that, but I still have more to capture. I'm going to watch AMD to do one of two things tomorrow: gap down big and then bounce off the 100, or gap up small, retest immediately, so sell off quickly in the morning and then buy the dip and look to go long. We'll see which one of those happens on AMD. But as far as the swing trade, we're just hanging out on it right now, break even, and nothing really special to see on that. EXTR, Extreme Networks. EXTR, I still like this trade. Going to keep it open in case it triggers. And again, it may or may not. I don't know. But, you know, we'll see. I like the dip if it does. I really like the gap. Obviously, you might have already be in back at 810 regardless, back on the 29th of January. We set this one up during the free week is when we talked about this one. And then we made the official trade. So, yeah, 810. We're still in that one, just waiting it out to see if it pulls back. Arlo Technologies. So Arlo. Now, what's cool about Arlo, just as a reminder, is you never get the exact bottom of anything. Is this going to work or not? I literally have no clue. But I can say this, you know, if it doesn't, that's perfectly fine. But my thought process on Arlo is relatively simple. If it works and breaks out, great. If it doesn't, I guess equally great. But I'm just going to kind of sit back and let it do its thing and see what it does. So again, if the trade works, awesome. If it doesn't, no big deal. Jason says, do you want to stack on that gap for Extreme Networks? Yeah. Yep. Great gap on EXTR for sure. Great gap. Okay. So again, Arlo, we're in it. No idea if it's going to work. We got our stops placed. I had a lot of people saying, oh no, we're going to miss it. When was it? 10:44. And then it pulled back. So gnarly upper shadow on the weekly chart, but you know, maybe we'll start getting some buying. Obviously the market in general needs a pullback, but you know, we'll see. Okay. That's Arlo. Where was I going? All right. Next on the list is Zim, Z-I-M. I don't think this one's going to fill, unfortunately. Now, I know Dustin D is already in this from his IPO play, and he's happy about that. So Zim integrated, doing its thing, target 1630. That was just for this swing trade. I'm going to leave it open if it pulls back, but honestly, this thing's probably going to just keep gapping up and running. I've been watching this for a day trade and just can't really get a good day trade on it. And I haven't bought any shares, although I probably should have just, you know, bought some shares and let it do its thing. Yeah, but long story short, we haven't filled on that one yet. So just kind of waiting it out, and, you know, we will let it do whatever it wants to do. But presently it's not doing anything amazing for us on, if we're in a trade on it. If we're not in a trade on it, we're just waiting. And if we are in a trade on it, then great. You're probably long. And then last but not least is Purple, PRPL. And all I can say is, man, that's really it. That's all I can say. Man. If this thing breaks above here, that's going to be a home run trade. Fingers crossed. We will see. Not one penny Newsome this time. Nope. I got the bottom. I got the bottom. Jason Jackson says, would you add above today's hammer candle? If you're bullish on the position and you want to play an extra R on the hammer, looks good to me. I like the trend. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. I don't know, but it looks nice. So yeah, that's Purple Innovations. Again, chart looks good. And those are our current swing trades. Next on the list, Stanley Black & Decker. So Stanley, I'm just going to wait on this one. I decided officially today it's going to be a little bit too long of a blue chip. Chart looks good if you want to buy it. Long term, it looks okay, but it's going to be like a blue chip buy and hold, be in it for a while and just kind of be bored and patient. And then maybe it'll go up. That's how I feel about it. So I'm just going to give it some time and let it hang out. Big C. Now, this was a trade that we talked about in the day trading room. I had a trader just ask me, hey, Newsome, how would you play this trade? This was on Monday, I think, or maybe sometime Tuesday. And the setup was quite simple. Like, this is how I'd play it. You know, quarter of an R, half of an R. And then obviously yesterday, this hammer came in. Type in a 3 if that's a perfect hammer. Hint, I expect to see a lot of 3s. That is an amazing hammer, especially at the 100 simple on the daily chart. Look at this volume reduction. Nice hammerish candle. Wow, very pretty. So if you played Big C, like if you bought the dip at 73.19 and then took another entry up here and played that, great. If you're looking at playing Big C now, you probably could just buy that pullback. If you're looking at playing it, it did trigger Momo today on the 78-minute chart for anyone who might be following Big C. So yeah, simple as that. Earnings, I think, are around the corner. Let me go check. Think or swim. Earnings, Big C. February 18th. It's actually, yeah, pretty close. February 18th. All right. That's what I got on Big C. Donna says, Momo. Yep. It's a strategy we've been talking about a lot the last week and for a long time here at Real Life Trading. So Donna, I'm about to give you some homework. You excited? Homework. Please watch this video and report back. It's an indicator that Matt DeLong built for the team, and I think you'll really like it. So enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Ticker symbol KO, Coke. Long term, Coke is blue chip. It'll go higher eventually. This is a spot to buy it if you are really bored and want to buy Coke. This is the price. This is the price. That's all I got. I mean, again, it's Coke, so it's not going to be fancy nor exciting. But long term, if you want to be in Coke, this would be the price down here. Buy low, sell high. Because here's the thing. I mean, you could buy $1 million of Coke down here if you wanted to. And if it trade up to here at what, 53, that'd be a 10% return. You know? So Falco says making money is boringly cool. Yeah, this is one of those where it's you know, it's. Robert says, I got $46 put sales over earnings. Nice. Nice. Daniel says, can I borrow $1 million? I propose to give it back with interest. How much interest? You got to beat my interest on it. All right. RF. Robert says, be careful what you ask for. Always be careful what you ask for with me, team. Always. All right. RF, what does this expire? Protein shake. Brosellini, regular February. All right, regular Feb. All right, sweetness. Coke, that's it. Next on the list, IFF. International flavors and fragrances. One of my mentors likes to say something a lot, and the thing that he says is 2 industries and products that have the greatest margin rates. Do you guys know what they are? Perfume and software. Yeah, he tells me that all the time. So this is perfume. International flavors and fragrances, IFF. And what do you guys think? Has it been doing okay? Chart. Wow, look at this. This thing goes back to 1968. Who wants to back trade that one, huh? Any takers? That'd be a really fun chart to back trade. Man. That would be tough, tough, tough. Wow, look at that. Edward says done. You know what I love about Edward, other than everything? That man will back trade any chart. Any chart. Here's what I got on IFF. Let it pull back into 118-ish. It's a little bit choppy, really good gap, very nice pennant pattern, probably eventually goes higher. Can't be bearish on it long term. So buy low, sell high. Tesla. So Tesla today, just having, let me pull this. Let me take these candles off for a second. That was a day trade that we were looking at. No, it doesn't want to do it. No, okay. Apparently it's too close to something. All right, take that. Okay, got it. Tesla's retesting the retest gap from yesterday. Now, I do expect / want Tesla to actually trade sideways for a few weeks. That's all I want. That's all I want. Is it going to happen? I don't know. It's very, very high. I know everyone's like, Tesla's going to go to 1,000, and it probably will. It probably will. I'm just saying that I'd prefer to buy low on a nice down day and sell high. Let it trade sideways for a little bit. I'm just saying, if you're going to be buying options, or going to be in it, or you're going to be in shares or whatever, give yourself some time. That's all. Give yourself some time. Just be patient with it. It might not happen in March. It could happen. It probably happens by May, but hitting 1,000. I do think Tesla will hit 1,000 this year. I think we should just be a little bit patient on it. That's all. That's all I'm getting at. If you're going to try to buy some more shares, if you have whatever you have, you want to buy another one. 840.69 has to be the price. And then you'd probably want to buy some a little bit more at 820.69. And then whatever 420.69 times 2, you probably want to buy some there also, whatever number that is. So yeah, anyway, buy low, sell high on Tesla. Pinterest. So my boy Ophir said exactly what I thought on Pinterest. This run up into earnings is redonkulous, number one. Number two, they could have the most stupendous earnings of all time, and they're probably only going to have like a ho-hum post stock movement. Now, here's the thing. Remember on Friday when we were looking at stocks and Matt was going down of his list of 15? I was like, hey, there's a particular company out there that was holding up stronger than the market sell-off. You guys remember that? Remember which stock that was? This was Friday, by the way, this past Friday. That stock was Pinterest. Yep. This was it. Market sold off hard and Pinterest did not. And who would like to tell me what candlestick pattern this is right there? The two small white ones back to back. Wicked pair. That's right. Wicked pair candle pattern. And it was a beautiful one because you had so many things right. You had a bear gap down. You had a wicked pair candle, morning star reversal, new white soldier with a morning star reversal. That was just a thing of beauty. So, entering here, stop down here, whatever would have been a great, great trade. I am in Pinterest about as heavy as one can be in. So I really like the trend. I like the chart. I like it. It's nice. Joseph says, I sold my pins today. Hey man, all good. Locking in the gain. You're definitely not losing. And the calls I sold on this one are 105 for May. So if I get called away up there, bring it on. That's what I'm saying. Bring it on. Edward says, is it ever going to come down to 52? Nah, fam, I don't think so. Remember me saying this gap was never going to fill, right? Back in July? Yeah. That's when I got in. Very heavy. That was it. That's when I took in an IRA and went, okay, sold everything, bought Pinterest. That was it. Cindy says, I got an 80 covered call for Friday. Nice. That'll be a really good one, Cindy. I like it. We'll see what it does. Obviously, earnings are this week, and I'll put it on the list for Friday. I'll be here. Matt's taking a vacation, so I'm gonna look at Pinterest on Friday. Robert says, "Remember when it was at 10 and everyone was ticked at you?" I definitely do. Yeah. Yep, I do remember from November 19th to May 20th. So what was it? 7 months, 8 months? Yeah, 7 months. People were a little bit mad at me on Pinterest. Really during COVID. And that was the funny thing. When COVID was happening, I was like, why is it going down? Who's not going to be using more Pinterest while they're not working? And how is it like, how is a pandemic? What? I just couldn't get it. There were so many stocks I couldn't figure out why it was going down. Anyway, people still use Pinterest. That's the point. All right. So now you have an old resistance, new support on Pinterest. If it retests this level, honestly, I think it's probably going to run up a little bit on earnings and then gap down and then trade down to here. And then you're going to get a chance to buy it again. It's going to go higher. That's what I think is going to happen. Otherwise it opens flat, or maybe it gaps down a little bit, drastically pulls down to like 59 and then bounces. I'm not really sure, but obviously earnings are a coin flip. I will be holding my positions, my long-term positions over earnings, and they are tomorrow. ACTC, ArcLight Clean Transition Corporation. It's a SPAC. What's this SPAC doing? ACTC SPAC. What are they trying to do? Oh, 15 things to know about ArcLight and Proterra merger. Publicly founded in 2020. The company's target sponsor, blah, blah, blah. I knew it. Of course. Of course. Electronic vehicles. What? Oh, man. They're making for buses? Hey, I get it. I get it. That's okay. Mike says we have so many EV companies, but no EVs. Shh. Don't worry about that, dude. Sales. You know? So, yeah. ACTC. I mean, this could be really cool. I don't know how or where we would buy it, but I'll put it on the list. We'll keep an eye on it. Let me put it on the list for next Friday. And ACTC, we will watch and see what's up. Bob says it'll be at 100 in no time. He's probably not wrong. It's probably not wrong. And it has options. Yeah, so you don't want to buy a pullback, but like an August 35 call is worth $6. So yeah, anyway, let's see if we can buy a dip. Let's see if we can buy a little bit more of a pullback. But I honestly don't want to get caught sleeping on this move. This is a very nice hammer right here. If it has a chart, it has a heart, team. We can trade anything. I mean, just because it's EV, right? So Hector says sales and profits are overrated. Yeah, man. Just roll it down a hill. Beyond Meat. Man. Beyond Meat. If you're an aggressive trader, this is probably about the time that you're looking at getting in. It just retested that 10 EMA. Let me go look at the hourly chart. You probably want to you could put a small pinky toe in here or just watch it really aggressively if it gapped up tomorrow. Earnings are a ways to go. I mean, it gapped up and immediately faded. And I feel like a dum-dum for not shorting up there. Obviously, I know it's in hindsight, but shorting below the low of this candle would have also been nice. I just, honestly, guys, I haven't trusted anything short. That's why. This pattern is the most obvious thing of all time. If it wasn't 2021. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Like, hello, McFly. Well, come on, what more do you need? You know, like if you don't short halfway into this ginormous bearish candle at 200, and then it gets a bull candle, then it closes below the bull candle on a retest gap, what do you think it's going to do? Just, I mean, it had a, what was that percent gap overnight? 30%? Yeah, 40% overnight. It's not going to pull back. Hello, McFly. So that retest, that's where you should have gotten in. That's where I should have gotten in if I trusted anything short in the market right now. Should have been entry at 182, stop at 192. And then, I mean, bang, there's a nice little hammer. And then bang, that would have been the exit right there. Oh, well. What do I know? I was about to short it, but shorts don't work because, you know, stonks. Long story short, start keeping your eyes on Beyond Meat. Maybe just a quick, if Mr. Squiggles had to guess. And then let's see what happens. That's what I think. Next on the list is JKS. Let me pop into the hourly chart. I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch this one. I bet this thing just flies tomorrow and we miss it. But I also kind of want to do like half an hour. I'm in a real pickle on this one. I'm in a pickle. So it could pull back to like 64. That could be nice. Like that's a big double bottom, right? Everyone sees that double bottom. Yeah, pull back to 64 would be great. That's the hammer on the daily chart. But it already gapped up with the new white soldier. We got an inside candle. Oh, man. So you could do half an hour and half an hour. Absolutely. We could do that. So again, just half an hour. And then another limit, half an hour. I like that plan. 65.92, 64.12, and then the stop loss to go pretty much below that hammer. This is a pretty aggressive trade, just because JKS has been trading really sideways. It has been trading sideways in the 100s right here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and tell myself. I will go ahead and tell myself that if I get stopped out or worked out on this one, I will try again. Okay. If I get wicked out, I'll try again. And I'll consider an option sale. Like bull put spread, put sale. For those of you who have gone through the free advanced classes and want to learn how to trade some option sales, that's what we'll do. 65.92 is going to be half an hour of entry. All right, so we have 2 half-hour plays because again, I know the market's getting a little bit up there, and so I just want to be protective of that. Not getting in anything too crazily heavy on just the run. Where did Slack go? Official swing trades. New official swing trade on JKS. Okay, today is the 3rd, I believe. 2/3/2021. 2/3/2021. JKS. JKS. Stop loss is 60.38 for both entries. 60.38. The decimal would work. Decimals work every time. 60.38. Wow, I can't type. I feel tired right now. Yeah, I should probably sleep tonight. What do you guys think? 65.92 is one entry, 65.92. And then 64.14. Shares. Jay says, you don't need sleep. I can do this. Put me in, coach. And really, I'd say this is a hammer approach, honestly. Okay. There we go. Joseph says, what sleep? I know. All right, cool. JKS, I'm down to get stopped out of it. I'm already kind of playing on that to happen. Workhorse. So a few of you probably are already in Workhorse when it broke out. We talked about that on the 26th and the 27th. It retested on the 28th. And yeah, it's doing its thing. So if Workhorse pulls back by the dip, this is broken out, team. I don't know what else you want me to say. It gets up to you if you want to trade it, and also on what time frame, right? Here's the hourly chart. So if you want to buy a pullback off of 50, great. You know, if you want to try it at 31.53, great. If you're doing a Momo, here's the Momo on a Workhorse, and Momo's been long since, oh my goodness, January 25th. The Momo. Get out of town. So yeah, trend like right now looks bullish. I'd buy the dip on that one. Oxy. Now this looks some kind of strong to me. We might do options on this, or maybe shares. Let me go look at Oxy. February 16th. We might have time to take a really quick options trade on this. Let me just go look at it. OXY. So we could do a February 19th. They're very inexpensive, these options. Edward says, this was a monster when I back traded Oxy. Yeah, this is tough, man. This one's very hard. Oscar says, I got the 10 EMA alert today. Yes, sir, it did. It did indeed. All right, so here's how I'm going to play it. Officially on an options trade. Give you guys some homework for anyone who doesn't know anything about options. You could also do shares, obviously, but let's go look at, and in the money, I'm going to go with 21. Okay, so they're not very expensive, these options. Go to a daily chart. So I'll pop over here to my other screen so you guys can see me how I set this trade up. Should be really easy. All right, so this is the daily. So I'm looking for it to do is pull back to about $1.60. Okay, we're gonna buy it at $1.60 and we'll set our stop at 60 cents. Okay, that's $1. I have a $2,000 R, so it'll be 20 contracts. And target will be 340. That'd be a really cool win if it works. Good till cancel. And that'll be it. So for those of you who are familiar with options, February 21 call, boom. So now, easy as that. Talk, type, text, trade, all at the same time. Not hard. February 21 call, $1.60 limit, stop loss 60 cents. And obviously, it might not fill, and probably won't if it doesn't fill. Yeah, by Friday, we'll probably just cancel it. What I'll do then is I'll put that on the list for Friday. Oxy. And official swing trade. New official swing trade. Joseph says, what's the target? $3.40 on the option trade. Justin says, love that option split screen on Thinkorswim. Can you share it? It's not hard, man. You just split it. Yeah. That's easy. Just go up to here. Just add a second chart. Just chop it up. And then paste your option trade in here. Easy, my man. Do I know how to share it quickly? I probably don't. Oh, wait, I learned this the other day. Hold on. I learned it and it was really simple. It was like right in front of my face. Share workspace. A link for this will be generated. Dustin. Did that work? There you go. Donna says, can you do that in Schwab? Yep, you can. So there you go. Nice. Dustin, look at that. Just learned something new. Kind of. I kind of already knew that. All right. Beautiful stuff, team. Very, very simple. And again, if you want a lot of option information, I just a reminder, this is really, really solid. This is a good one. It's free. And also, this is probably one of the better courses I've ever created. It's worth $99, I promise, if you want to learn more about options. And again, if you're not in that environment yet, that's also okay. You can do this trade with stock, right? Entry would be 2150, stop would be 2050, target would be 2224. It's the same with stock. You don't have to do the option. You can just do you can do the stock if you want. Oh, I'm still sharing my Thinkorswim screen. Oh, well. Well, you guys get it. reallifetrading.com. It's easy. Go figure it out. It's super simple. It's all available. It's all there. All right. What are we going next? Where are we going? Lead me. Becton Dickinson. BDX. Good old Becton Dickinson the third. Just bullish. Buy the dip. It's a hammer on a weekly chart. Inside high wave on a weekly chart. Double bottom on a weekly chart. Buy low, sell high. Nice looking trends. Earnings, I think, are tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, just own it, I guess. DraftKings. Guys, this looks so strong to me. So strong. Stay in if you're in. I don't see any reason to get out. Now, you can obviously pull back and dip, and if it does it, buy it. If you're in it, hold it. If you're looking at taking the breakout, go for it, do it. Next target, I think, is probably, minimum 63.85. Matt says, do you consider that a double bottom? I do. And I actually consider it to be an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Bang, bang, bang. Even better. So if it retests, buy that dip. If it breaks out, big boy. Now, if you want to excel before Super Bowl Sunday at 63, I get it. Buy low, sell high, right? That's the previous resistance. Matt says, I'm not sure what an inverted head and shoulders is. Oh, nice. Well, here, do this for me. I'll send you a chart in the chat pane, Matt, and then Google it. You'll find the chat pane. Just type in inverted head and shoulders into Google, click on images, and start reading, my friend. You'll love it. Learn new things every day. Ticker symbol LU. Lufax. I don't know what this is. Probably a Chinese technology company, if I had to guess. Pretty decent gap if you're playing Lufax. I hope they fax stuff, but probably not. They probably don't fax stuff. Is that half of a Lulu pants? Sammy says EV fax cars. Boom, business model. Yeah, if you're playing it bullish, that's how 1701 by 1482. Otherwise, looks pretty good. Next on the list, Hannon Armstrong, sustainable, inflatable. I don't know. General trends. Hashtag 2021, 2020. Stonks only go up right now. If you're playing it, I mean, it pulled down to the 50. It bounced off the 50 in September. It did it in October. It's here again. Buy low, sell high. If this is where you're buying, this is it. If you're in, this is where you're going to be in. CRHC. Gapping up large. Another SPAC, another financial conglomerate. Great trends. Very good pullback. Perfect hammer. Perfect wicked pair candle. Perfect high wave candles. That means you had 3 chances to get in. And if you're in, it's at a resistance now. It gapped up overnight. So feel free to lock in some profits, sell it, take a gain. CRHC is looking good. Thomas Wong, are you here, by the way? Your stock's coming up. XPEV, XPEV, trend looks bullish. Another EV product type of company. We had an amazing day trade on this one back over here on January 11th. Very, very good trade. Right now, it's just sideways. Probably the best way to play this one, bull put spreads, put sales, something like that down around here. In fact, let me just go look at it. What kind of put sale premium do we have on XPEV? Let me also see what time earnings is. XPEV, XPEV. March 15th. We got plenty of time. So you could do like a March. You could really do a March week 5. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. 35 has legit premium for March 12th, which is a weekly. Yeah, that's amazing. I was like $1.10. I'm not going to personally do that just because I don't want to own. I do not want to own XPEV like long term. But if you do want to own it, that's where I would. But I'm just going to wait it out personally. Totally your call. All right. So this is the one that me and Thomas Wong were talking about on the islands back in December. When's it going to double? All right. Sorry, it wasn't December. January. This day. $15.08 a share right there. So, Thomas, there it is, man. There's the double from 15 to 30. Boom, brother. Boom. You asked. There it is. Bill says 19.11 today. Sold. Kaboom. Nice. Well done, Bill Turner. Sammy says, nice, Thomas. Yes. Edward says, can I get a stock that will double this year? You probably got a few. Probably have a few. We're already looking at it, some of them. Craig says, I sold a covered call on FUV today. Hey, congratulations. Well done. Which one, dude? I know you sent me a chart. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. Josh says, come on, AMD, double. Blah. What covered call did you sell? By the way, guys, when a stock doubles, it probably will pull back and most likely continue. Craig L. 219. All right, nice. And at the money covered call. I dig it. I know it wasn't on your whole position, but hey, take a little bit of premium, right? You made some good money on FUV. You got back in, did your thing, played it out, and I like it. Bill says, what's the buyback strategy? Man, just buy the dip, pull up the moving averages, buy at old resistance, new support, not hard than that. There it is, pull back 22.26. Pull up the EMAs, and if she pulls back, buy it. And by the way, it doesn't have to. It can easily go higher, just FYI. It can easily go higher. So you can give it 3 or 4 days of a rest or a gap or a pullback, but it's ready to go. It is ready to go. Buy the dip, be long, not bearish. SBE, Switchback Energy, also a SPAC. They're everywhere. Perfect hammer on January 25th. Really good hammer on February 1st. Buy the pullback if you're looking at getting in. Meow, meow, something like that. Entry would probably be 39.13. Stop would probably be 35.13. $3 of risk. Overall trend is bullish. Switchback Energy. AYX, really, really, really interested in what this does over earnings. Last 2 earnings were abysmal. Is it going to have another one? And that's the question I'd like to answer. I'm hoping for not a massive gap down. I'll just take anything other than a massive gap down. I do have some shares of AYX. I have 600 shares right now of this one. And you have a really nice hammer. You have a double bottom. You have a support. You have pretty much everything you're looking for. Man, if this thing gaps up, if it gaps up on earnings to the moon, like it'll run amazing. It'll be at 150 overnight, probably, if it gaps up nicely on earnings. But we'll see what happens. Weekly chart still looks so good. Just don't gap down, AYX. Don't gap down. As we get closer to earnings, I probably will buy a protective put because I do have a decent size position in it. And I am up on it. So like, why not? I won't collar it though. I'll just get some puts because I don't want to decrease my upside. First Solar, hanging out. It's out of resistance. I like First Solar. Weekly chart looks pretty good. It had a beautiful breakout, folks. Let it consolidate up here, but I think First Solar is going to go higher this year. Especially any kind of pullback or consolidation or dip opportunity should be really nice. This weekly candle looks kind of cute, a little bit of a hammerish. Edward has a pyramid on it, getting ready to buy a dip if it does pull back. So long story short, down to 50. If you're getting in here, if you're planning on doing it, you can get in with very small size. Wait it out, let it do its thing. I wouldn't rush it, but in general, it looks good. You want to buy it more down here though, for sure. QDEL had a lot of traders make some silly money on QDEL. Just silly. Man, this is hilarious. I've back traded this stock so many times, and this was a great trade. So notice big gap down, hammer. Any similarities between this one and this one? Can you guys see it? Any kind of similar pattern? Is there a touch of similarities? Trade up, pop down, bounce. Trade up, pop down, bounce. Obviously, it didn't bounce as quickly as the first time because it already happened the first time. So it just took another month. So the people who were bored would get out early, and then it ran. QDEL, an actual legitimately good company fundamentally, and just kind of got beat up 2 or 3 times, but it looks good. Long and strong. Cindy says, I'm still in. Get it, girl. Get it. Go EV, electric canoes. I mean, who doesn't want to put an electric vehicle in water? Everyone wants to do that. So canoes, go EV. Hourly chart. I'm actually watching this pretty closely. Robert loves that plan. It's actually a nice gap. It is nice. This thing did trigger Momo. Yeah, it got Momo on the second. It just hasn't gone long on the daily. One more day. If it still looks good tomorrow for transportation Thursday, go EV. I'll be setting it in. Hector got in today. Hey, I can dig it, man. I get it. Qualcomm gapping down on earnings will be a buyable event. If not tomorrow, later. I'll be day trading this one tomorrow, most likely, or at least watching it. Worst case scenario. Really nice gap down on Qualcomm into some support. And old resistance, new support. It looks really nice to me. Looks really good. So we'll see. I'll look at buying it, but if you're playing any kind of bullish position, this is one I'm most likely going to do a credit spread on tomorrow. It's been a nice long time since I've got into a credit spread all by myself without stealing one from Tony. So it's gapping down into here, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do. Just kind of wait on it. I'll look to day trade, and I'll look to do its thing. Greg says, where can I get Momo on TradingView? Have you watched this video already, Greg? No, nothing. Greg says, I will now. Yeah. Watch that video, bro Seppi. And the indicator is right here. If you guys haven't watched it, it's really worth watching. It's a really good video. So yeah, tomorrow I'll watch Qualcomm, bull put spread. LNG, high wave candle on the 27th, and we just bounced. There you go. LNG, hammer, February 1st, Moon Lambo, get it. Nice trend. LNG's at 65. Wow. 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 Yeah, nice pullback. Nice. Good move. I mean, it's doing its thing. I don't have any positions in LNG, but you know, if you're in, stay in bullish. Blink 182. Actually a decent gap up. It is a perfect Morningstar reversal. It is. It is. I'll put it on the list for tomorrow. I mean, if you're going to play it up here, I get why you would. I also get why you wouldn't. I get both arguments. That's a $10 stop. That is huge. Wow. $10, really? I'll come back and look at it tomorrow, see if I can get the risk reward better. But I mean, can it go to 76? I mean, why not? Robert says 500 million charging stations in what year? 2074? 2086? I was able to pick up 182 of these shares at $7.33. SunPower Corporation had a really, really great interview with a good friend of mine today into solar. And this was a stock that he mentioned at one point. I'm looking forward to see if it pulls back to 30. If you're looking at playing SunPower, man, I'd love to buy that dip at 30. Pull down to the moving average. The trend is so strong. Again, probably a little bit too far, too fast for me. So I'd look for something like that. 30 at the lowest, mid 30s at the best. Watch it, keep an eye on it, let it do its thing. 10 cents, an unstoppable force, an unbreakable basket. 10 cents is huge. This will hit $1 trillion market cap this year. And yeah, it's 10 cents. So bam. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say other than congrats for a lot of people being in since 30. 33, 32. Well done. Looking good. American Well. All right. So Amwell, we talked about this one yesterday. And yesterday, it did break above that entry, and we did trigger Momo on American Well today, long. And I think we're still in it from a daily of Momo. Yep. So that means that we're just going to buy a dip on American Well and see if this trade works. That's really it. 35.24 by 31.41. By the way, guys, type in a 7 if you're 100% confident that I will place a losing trade. Okay, there's the 7s. Thank you. I do not win all the trades. All right, you're going to lose on a trade, I promise. You're going to get kicked right in the teeth, and you're going to feel like a giant dum-dum, but then you're going to go, oh, wait a minute. No, I only lost an R. This is good. When the market's hot, make money. Do your good. Do well. Trade amazingly. Protect yourself. Enrich lives. All the good stuff. And when it's rough, just don't lose tons. There will be rough periods. All right. Open. Got it. Earnings on 2/11. 2/11. AMWL. According to Thinkorswim, it's March 15th. But that could be incorrect. I don't know. That's just what Toss says. We'll see. Earnings whisper says 2/11. I don't know. I don't know. Trading View says 3/3. NASDAQ says February 11th. Okay. Well, it's not February 11th yet. If we get in and we're up just a little bit and earnings about to come in, we can always get out if we need to. Or if we lose, whatever. Chevron looks as good as Oxy, in my opinion. This was a very nice bounce off of a really weird random moving average that, you know, so rare for us to bounce off of. I don't know what else to say on Chevron other than this is where you buy and this is where you sell. That should be a kid's song. This is where you buy. This is where you sell. Down here's the buy. Up here's the sell. Something. I'm working on it. All right. Sierra Wireless. Let's go look at earnings on Sierra Wireless. These are February 11th. According to Thinkorswim, I'm actually intrigued on getting into a trade on this before earnings. That just looks, doesn't that look crisp to you guys? Man, that's like almost like a, that's like a nice, ooh. Momo went long. Rich. No idea if this trade works. Probably not. Risk reward is still pretty good, even with that. 1932 by 1790. Got another one. Telling you guys, one of these is going to lose. New official swing trade on SWIR. Some people are like, Jeremy, which one do you know is going to lose? I don't know the answer to that. I know the more aggressive ones. This one's definitely more aggressive. This one's like, yeah, this one could lose tomorrow or win 3 Rs tomorrow. Don't know which one, but this is going to be more aggressive for sure. I would classify this, yeah, as a high risk, high reward. It technically did trigger Momo today, and it's open because it's not triggered yet. Edward says it's also long at the 10 EMA, right? Yep, it is. All right, we have just 5 more. Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth doing some moves. So congrats for everyone in CGC. Good resistance at around 50. Wow, what a recovery. Congrats for anyone who's playing Canopy. I'm missing this particular move. I don't have any position in the weeds. I've missed most of the weed stock plays, honestly. This was the gap right here. This was it. January 6th. That was what more do you want to see? Look at this. High wave candle, retest gap, 5 days of consolidation, close with all the resistance, trends bullish, gap above everything on the weekly chart, everything. Moving average on the daily, above all of those, above everything on the weekly chart, just strong. Yeah, CGC, weed stocks are pretty high. This is true. It's a true statement. So 50, go to 50, I guess. Cron, same thing. AKA the chronic. Good trend, good gap, good all of it. And this is probably going to go higher too. Right? The Biden administration, people are bullish on weed, getting legalized in more states or wherever, federally, I don't know. CRON still looks strong. Buy the dip if you're playing it. Peloton, a lot of people ask me about Peloton. I don't know what Peloton is going to do over earnings, but if you are going to play it, a strangle does make a lot of sense because it's been sideways for 6 days and Peloton will gap in some direction or another. So we'll see what Peloton does, and I'll obviously analyze it when it does it. We had one trader make 52 Rs on Google today. She sold for a huge win. That's amazing. And I know Thomas Wong loves Google shares. I mean, long term, if you're bullish on the internet, you're probably bullish on Google. And that trader was not me. No, that was not me. I did not make that. It's a gorgeous company. I mean, it's mind blowing. The profits are incredible. Everything's incredible. Buy the dip. Be as much Google as you want to be in. Buy low, sell high. And Facebook, kind of the same. Facebook had smashing earnings. The earnings are over, and now they're in between the long-term moving averages. This is one that you could do bull put spreads on, and you might even be able to do bear call spreads on it well to complete an iron condor. bull put, bear call. I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe there could be something for March, but I'd probably just be more inclined to get into the bull put spread first, since the trend is bullish and between the moving averages. You know, it looks good to me. I'm interested in watching this one, but we'll see what happens, and we'll find out from there. So it looks like some big news is hitting the tape. Apple confirmed deal with Hydenia for EV by 2024. Oh man. Even Apple is getting into the game. It's a pretty gap. Can't argue that. It's a very, very pretty gap. Cool. I mean, for everyone who's in Apple, awesome. What stocks do you guys want to look at tomorrow? I got FireEye, Glue, Ford, General Motors, Boeing, QS, Pets, iRobot, Netflix, Tyson, GoEV, and Blink. Got BHH, EA Sports, Microsoft, Teladoc, PLTR, DocuSign, OZON, LMND. Already got Boeing on the list. Ticker symbol U. Netflix, already got on the list. CureVac, Under Armour, COHU, ICLK, CHWI, MCK, DVN, Salesforce, Neo, FLDM, LI. Already got PLTR on the list. KLR, ST&E. Cool. All right, team. Well, I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. And until then, love life, and trade it. You guys rock. Goodbye.